in the beginning of this project, and I'm not going to go back to the beginning of time, but there was a relationship that was started, an important relationship between VAST and the LVRT and Passumpsic Savings Bank. They were the first major corporate sponsor that came in and said that we believe in this project and we would like to help. You know, the towns have always been involved, the State House has been involved, but for the corporate side of it, for them to recognize the importance of this trail before we even put any, did any sort of work on it, really was a testament to their commitment to not just this project, but the community as a whole. So I wanted to say that we sincerely appreciate that, and I would like to let you say a couple of words, if you'd like to, about the project.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think if you look at how to, measure a great community in the community we live in, it's about, it's about healthcare, and it's about schools, and it's about having a place to shop and work locally. But I think it's also about connecting that community to the abundance around you. So there's a lot of communities across the country that look to build botanical gardens and recreational parks, but in here, it just comes naturally. We have majestic beauty that are just steps from where we live and where we work. And what this trail represents is just the ability to connect our wonderful community to the abundance around us. And we're just really proud to be a part of a project that brings this unprecedented level of prosperity to the area. And we just honored and pleased to be a part of this project. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So another important part of this project began with Senator Sanders' office and his commitment to getting an earmark from the federal government to, at that time, we thought, to build this entire trail. That's what we were told that it would take. And then we ran into some snafus, majorly called Act 250 in the state of Vermont, and which set us back a few years. And by the time we went through that process and paid for that to get done, the price of construction has gone up. So although the earmark that the senator was able to get us has helped us build the first two phases, which is this phase here, in St. Johnsbury to Danville, and the second phase, which is Morrisville to Cambridge, we are now almost nearly out of that federal earmark. So it was an important first step. Senator Sanders is still a large proponent of this trail. We're hopeful that he'll be able to help us in the future with funding for the trail as well. But we certainly thank him for his dedication and his foresight in the beginning, seeing how important this was. So I'd like to give Erica a chance to say a few words. I think she has something to read from the senator.
Yeah, well, Bernie would have loved to have been here today. I know this has been a really important project. We wish we could continue with earmarks, so that chapter is done for now, but he's so glad he was able to help secure that funding. So I have a letter I'd like to read from him that he wrote. Dear friends, I am very sorry I cannot join you for today's bridge dedication, but I want to congratulate the Vermont Association of Snow Travelers, friends of the LVRT, and your many partners for the excellent progress you have made on the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. When VAST approached me in 2005 for help to secure federal funds for this project, we hoped this abandoned rail trail could one day become a spectacular four-season recreational trail and an important economic asset for our region. While there is much work to be done to complete the trail, I am enormously pleased that the completed portions of the LVRT have opened up access to some of the most beautiful areas of our state and are being enjoyed by Vermonters and tourists alike who walk, bike, snowmobile, ski, ride horses, and more. The trail is also bringing additional activity to local businesses, including restaurants, breweries, bike shops, and stores. Completing the remainder of this fantastic project will require time and money, but I know that many people and organizations are committed to doing just that. We can see this here today as we recognize Passumpsic Savings Bank's important contributions to the trail. Again, congratulations on getting this project to where it is today, and I look forward to celebrating together in the not-too-distant future as we cut the ribbon on a completed and continuous 93-mile recreational trail stretching across northern Vermont from Swanton to St. Johnsbury. Sincerely, Bernie Sanders. And I'll be able to get, this was he has an official letter that he's going to sign and send to you guys, but
Great.
this is sort of a rough version.
Well, thank you, and please thank the senator for us as well. It's great to hear that he's also continues to be so supportive of the project. I'd also like to give Senator Kitchell a chance to say a few words, if she'd like to, about this project. Come on through. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to speak on the perspective of the state. Of course, everyone knows the trail is owned by the people of Vermont, and it was purchased by the state a number of years ago. I have to say at the time, and I was not on Senate Transportation, but there were many people who thought it was a stupid waste of money. And I think time has proven that, in fact, it was a very prudent investment in the future and a protection of a public resource that is serving a variety of needs, from recreational to economic to you name it. So we also recognize that the cost of the trail is more than the earmark and VAST could ever shoulder. So for this first time in the Senate Transportation, we added language, or not language, but as part of our transportation plan, making the trail a funding priority, so that for the next several years, $1 million a year has been identified as the funding level for the additional work that is needed in order to get the trail completed. It'll take more than that, but I think we recognize that the resources and the ability of VAST to shoulder it is just beyond any single volunteer organization. And I just want people to know that that is something that was done this year to recognize the ongoing support, and we're very pleased to have made that commitment to this resource, which is owned by the people of Vermont. That's what I want to say. And it should be valued and treasured. And I have to say, living in Danville, some of us were like, what will be the use rate? It is just incredible in terms of the number of people using the trail. It has been just impressive. And I think we all are very pleased with that experience and look forward to the day when we have the whole trail completed. The last section, of course, is from the upper end of Joe's Pond through to Hardwick. That'll be the last. But in the meantime, it's really proven to be a tremendous resource. I want to thank the bank. I think what this is showing is, in order to bring something of this magnitude together, it really takes the communities, it takes businesses, it takes federal and state government, and the nonprofit side. So I think it brought a whole host of interests together, and it couldn't be done without that collective effort. So that is just to let you know what we have done this year in the legislature to support the further completion of the trail.
Thank you, Senator. So just like Jane just said, it takes a community, and that's what we've done. Is we have worked for the last few years to bring this community together. We had partners here, we had partners there, but what we've done now is we've really structured this strong partnership between all of these agencies and federal government and private sector and nonprofit sector, because it is going to take a village, it is going to take a community, it's going to take Vermont to build this trail. It's going to help the economy of this region. I mean, there are reasons that the USDA has made these parts of Vermont, and certainly in the Northeast Kingdom, critical for economic development, and this trail will help that. And so there's just nothing wrong with it. Hospitals are using it for wellness, schools are using it for teaching opportunities, and it is just such a great project and such a great story to tell. So please help us spread the word, because we need to raise $3 million to match what the state is now generously going to do. And we don't have it. So it's got to come from the other users that use this trail. It's got to come from corporate sponsorships. That's really where it has to come from. And we are always going to maintain it. VAST will always maintain it in the summer and in the winter, and groom it in the winter for cross-country skiers and snowshoers, not just for snowmobilers, and just help to continue to maintain it and take care of it. but first we've got to build it. So thank you to everybody that came out today, and thank you so much, Passumpsic Savings Bank. Really, thank you for being that first major
Covering up
corporate
your
sponsor.
plaque right here.